I'm Jessica. Welcome to another Power Hour. Let's start today in a tall seat, maybe on the shins if that's comfortable for you. Let your pinky toes come out and get a little bit of a stretch. Squeeze your inner thighs together for a moment. And let your lower body get steady. When you feel comfortable and when you feel stable, then close your eyes. As the eyes are closed, let the breath deepen. Feel your lungs fill and then empty. Draw all your awareness to that intake of breath and then that release of breath. Give yourself these first few moments to come onto your mat, into this space, and away from the rest of your day, and just for the next 60 minutes. And keeping that same awareness, let it travel from your breath throughout the rest of your body. Notice the body that you brought with you to the mat tonight. Notice the places that might need a little more space. Notice the places that you're proud of. Notice where you feel strong. Just another breath here. And we'll start to move the shoulders. You can keep the eyes closed if you like, or blink them open. Let your arms drop down to your sides and just roll your shoulders up towards your ears and then down your back. So we'll take a couple more shoulder rolls without thinking too much about it. Now I want you to draw your awareness to those shoulder blades and the movements that they will go through. So elevate your shoulder blades, pull them up. Now squeeze your shoulder blades together, retract them. Depress your shoulder blades, push them towards the floor. And now protract the shoulders, make more space between your shoulder blades. Move through those 4 places again. Elevate, retract, depress, protract. Roll your shoulders through their full range of motion, whatever it looks like during this practice. And just try to find the edges of your range of motion here. Good, one more time. Your full range of motion, nice and steady and strong through the center of your body. Good. Now from here, we'll roll to standing. For more of a challenge, try not to use your hands. Roll back on your toes, maybe press your feet down. If you're coming to the top of your mat, I'll turn and face you here. Stretch your arms out straight to a T. Take your left forearm behind your back. Crawl your left fingertips towards your right hip. Interlace your right fingertips with your left. Notice if that works. If not, you can take 2 fists. Your hands can also be at your lower back instead. So notice this right elbow swinging way out. Start to draw it in. Be careful with your shoulder. Notice the stretch there. Now breathe. One more time, a full inhale. Release the arms behind you as you exhale. Keep that bind if you like it. Breathing in again to look up. With an exhale, soften your knees and fold forward, an easy forward fold. Hang out here for a full round of breath. Then release that bind as you come up. Stand tall again. Stretch your arms out straight from your shoulders. Take your right forearm to your lower back now. Stand tall. Make your right fingertips reach towards your left hip. And then the left fingertips can meet them. 2 fists again are fine. Lower back is fine too. Interlace your fingers if it works. Draw your elbow in and your shoulder down. Soften here. Deep breath in and out. And really notice the lungs filling completely. And then the release of air. One more time. Strong and steady through the rest of your body. Just feel the rise and fall of the chest and that space that's starting to come into the shoulders. Good. Release the arms behind you. Look up with an inhale. Forward fold with an exhale. Remember, we're at the top of the mat here. Let your fingers release towards the floor. Lift halfway up. Bend into both knees. Step the left foot back. The left knee comes to the floor. Top of the left foot meets the mat. Hands come to this right knee. Come to a low lunge position. So let the hands rest first. Heart lifted. And finding a little space in the left hip flexor. Good. Lift slightly out of the hips if they're lowered. So find more stability through the pelvis and through the legs. Take your hands to your lower back now. 2 fists or the palms can press. Pick up that heart space and now breathe here. If you start to feel unsteady, you can try walking this right foot out to the right. You can also shift your gaze to the floor or tuck your chin if that's more comfortable for you. We'll take another breath. Come back to a neutral spine. Now we'll start to send the hips back, straighten the front leg. You might even walk the right foot forward and come to a half splits. Pause here for just a moment. Sometimes it feels good to shift the hip side to side. Now we'll move in and out of this half splits and low lunge position. So plant the right foot down. The arms can go wherever it works, but come to your low lunge. Now send the hips back, straighten the front leg. 2 more times like that. Through a low lunge. Now half splits. Low lunge, half splits. Listen here, we're adding on. Stack the upper body over the hips, so stand up a bit on this left knee. Get lighter in this right leg. See if the right leg will lift. Test your balance here. Step the right foot back, so now the knees are in line. Step the left foot forward. So low lunge here. Hands to the knee, right above this left knee, and let your hips drop a bit. Find stability in this left foot. It might need to walk out towards the left slightly. Stretching this right hip flexor for another deep breath. In and out. Good. Start to lift out of the hip slightly. Bring your hands to your lower back. Pick up that heart space and breathe here. Think about dropping your shoulders and drawing your elbows towards each other, just as we did in that standing kind of half bind position. One more. Good. Find that neutral spine again. Send the hips back and straighten the front leg. Half splits. The left toes can lift off the floor, but they don't have to. You can try the foot on the ground. Just see how that feels. If you like it, keep it. If not, the toes can lift a little or a lot. Stay in this half splits for another breath. And plant through that left foot. Low lunge position, moving with the breath. Exhale as a half splits and the hips back. Lengthen the left leg. Inhale, heart lifts, low lunge. Half splits with your breath out. Any support with the hands or no support at all. It's also okay. Send the hips back. Once more into low lunge. Now your half splits will add on that balancing move. Really press through this right foot. Press the right shin to the ground. Stack the body up, then lift the left leg. Good. If a wall is close by, use it. Go for it. Step the knee back in line. Now we'll put all that together. Step forward, low lunge. Inhale, the heart lifts. Exhale, half splits. Use the inhale to stack the upper body. Pick up the leg and switch sides. Again, left foot forward. Hips back as you breathe out. Stack the body up. Lift, pause, and set the leg back. Low lunge. Half splits. Stack the body, lift the leg, and switch. Start to move a little smoother each time. If the knees start to bother you as they meet the floor, you can always find a blanket or some other kind of support underneath the knees, because we'll take a few more rounds of this. You won't need it much longer. Low lunge, half splits, stack it up, lift the leg, belly in strong, place it back down. Low lunge, left foot might be forward. If you're on the opposite side, don't worry, just keep switching back and forth. Lift up, step it back, final round. Low lunge, half splits, flat back, stack the body up, lift the legs, switch. Low lunge, half splits, lift the leg, balance here, listen here, set that left foot back down, take a big giant step forward, come to the top of your mat. Breathe in and reach up. Forward fold here, half sun salutation, so just the halfway lift. Forward fold, now we're coming right back up to standing again. Find a little softness in the knees, then reach the arms up. Right away, exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold again. Press through the feet and stand up. One more half sun A. Forward fold. Lift the ribs away from the thighs. Halfway lift, then forward fold again, the ribs closer to the thighs. Reach all the way up. Now adding on, the feet can be right underneath the hips or wherever you feel stable. As you exhale, fold over your legs. Breathe in and lift halfway up, long spine. Plant your hands, step your feet back. Pause in your high plank position. As you exhale, lower the body completely to the floor. Untuck the toes, pull the chest forward, low cobra. Exhale is a downward dog, but you can always take a child's pose first along the way. Eventually, the hips will lift, the arms go long. There can be a bend in the knees here. Find this inverted V shape by drawing the belly in, sending the hips up. Press the ground away with your hands and your fingertips. And get ready to move. Look forward and step the feet towards the hands. Lift halfway up at the top of the mat. Forward fold again as you exhale. Really feel the feet. Inhale, reach up, rise up, extended mountain. Exhale takes you right back down. Let's keep moving. 2 more times. Sun A. Feel free to change or edit your vinyasa especially. You can keep taking it to the floor, or you can start to lower halfway down into chaturanga if you choose. Child's pose is an option. We'll meet in a downward facing dog. When you're ready, tuck your toes and lift your hips. Keep the hips lifted, get ready to move again. Look forward. A long breath in to travel to the top of the mat and lift all the way to halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach and rise. One more time. Sun A. Draw the belly in as you fold over the legs. Crown of the head reaches towards the top of your mat. Send the shoulders forward as the feet step or even float back. Lower halfway or all the way down. Use an inhale to pull your heart through cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale is downward facing dog. Child's pose can still happen along the way and at any point in this practice. Follow your next breath right where you are. Look forward, travel to the top of the mat. Lift halfway. Forward fold. Reach, rise, and stand. Exhale, Tadasana. Let the palms meet at the heart and stand tall. Find that gentle retraction of the shoulders. Make more space for your neck. And the feet can walk a little closer here as we start to set up chair pose, but a wider stance with the feet might feel more stable in your body. So just listen to what you need today. From that stability, breathe in, reach up. Hinge from the hips, bend into the knees, chair pose. Take another inhale here. Exhale, let go, forward fold. Halfway lift. Plant your hands, step or float right down to chaturanga here if you're taking this low push-up. Pull your heart up and through. You can always skip this part of the vinyasa. Exhale is a downward facing dog. Adding on from here, pick your right leg up. Bend the knee, open the hip, draw a big giant circle first. So one big slow circle in each direction. The knee towards the ceiling. Eventually towards the floor. Now square the hips, reach the leg long, breathe in. As you exhale, look forward, step the right foot forward. Bring the left heel down, turn the toes out. So we have warrior 2 legs. Windmill the arms up, reach forward with the right arm, back with the left, warrior 2. Breathe in. Exhale, maybe settle into that front knee. So the left toes can face the left side of the mat. There's equal weight in both legs. One more inhale where you are. Feel both feet firmly planted as you breathe out. Now as you inhale, reach up and pivot towards the left side of your mat. Arms are long, legs are long. We'll call this 5-pointed star. Then as you exhale, it's warrior 2 facing the back of your mat. So now your left toes point towards the back of your mat. The right toes point towards the left side of your mat. Breathe in. Soften your shoulders as you exhale. Breathe in again. Settle into both feet. Get ready to move again. Really feel this left foot. Good. Take a step forward to the back of your mat. Come right into chair pose. Use an inhale to find some length in the sides of the body. And an exhale to let it go. Fold forward. Halfway lift here. Plant the hands, step or float, and lower halfway down. Pull your heart up and through, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog, straight, strong arms. Pick the left leg up. Bend the knee, open the hip. Draw that big, giant, slow circle again. Once in each direction. Finding some movement in the hips this first round. Lift and lengthen the left leg. Square the hips to the floor. Look forward, step the left foot forward, turn the right foot down. Windmill the arms, it's warrior two again. This time, just the exhale to sit a little deeper. Inhale, reach up and pivot, left side of the mat. Exhale, warrior two. We're at the top of the mat again. Right foot is forward. Use a breath out to step forward. Breathe into chair pose. Exhale, we'll let it go. Starting to find a little more speed, building a little more heat in this same vinyasa, this warrior two shape. Draw the hips up and back. Now this time, pick the right leg straight up. Step it forward, coming right into warrior two this time. Use an exhale to settle into the legs. Inhale, straighten the legs, pivot, straighten the arms. Exhale, warrior two again. As you breathe in, it's chair pose, lengthen and reach. We're not there long. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Plant the hands, step or float, lower and hover. Shoulders and elbows in line in chaturanga. Open the heart. Exhale is downward dog. Left leg lifts. Every time we face the back of the mat, it's that left leg that's leading. Windmill the arms. Use the exhale to settle into the legs. In breath, reach and pivot. Out breath, warrior two. Inhale, chair pose. Start to smooth out these movements as we find repetition here. Half lift. Chaturanga or not. You can always move straight back to downward facing dog. Facing the front of the mat means the right leg goes up. Step the right foot forward. Anchor the feet. Windmill the arms. Warrior two. Inhale to pivot. Exhale the back of the mat. A long in-breath. Step smoothly into chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Keep moving. Traveling the feet back. You can always go straight to downward dog. You'll have an extra breath here then. Left leg lifts with an inhale. Step it forward, ground the feet. Open up the arms, warrior two. Reach and pivot. Front of the mat, warrior two. Chair pose, catch your balance. Forward fold. Halfway lift. As the shapes get more familiar, you can smooth out these transitions. Allow for a full inhale for a full movement, a full exhale for the entire movement. Right leg lifts. Step it forward. Warrior two. Reach up, five-pointed star. Warrior two, back of the mat. Step onto that left foot. Reach both arms up, chair. Let it go, fold over your legs. Lift and lengthen. Travel the feet back. If you're trying to find that lift, think shoulders forward as you're sending the feet back. Left leg up. Stamp it down. Unwind the arms. Reach and lengthen. Front of the mat, warrior two. Chair pose. We've got one more round here. Take it or leave it. Forward fold. Half lift. Chaturanga or not. Open your heart. Downward dog. Lift the leg. Warrior two. Exhale, settles the legs. Inhale, reach and lengthen everything out. Warrior two, back of the mat with the breath out. Chair pose. Let it go. Traveling all the way back. Editing the vinyasa as you so choose. From downward dog, the left leg will lift. First, it's warrior two. Into the legs. Lengthen the sides of the body. Warrior two. Good, chair pose again. Pause here. Find stability in both feet. You might walk them a little closer this time. Reach the arms forward, sit a little deeper. Send the weight into this right leg. and pick the left leg up. Good, it can come a little higher. You can stand all the way up, taking the leg with you, and take a single leg squat here. Otherwise, staying in the single leg chair is plenty of work. Take another breath in. As you exhale, stand up, send the leg back. Warrior 3 is where we'll land. So the left heel is pressing towards the back of your mat. Hands can be stable at the heart, reaching towards the floor, or maybe even towards the front or the back of the room. Take another in-breath here, up dog in the chest. As you exhale, set the left foot down lightly, the hands inside this right foot, lizard lunge. Shift a little more weight into the hands. Squeeze the right shoulder with the right knee. So lots of activity there. Get really light in this left foot. Now we're going to pull that left knee in towards the chest. So shoulders forward, hips up high. Draw the left thigh, left knee in as close as you can. So tons of core work here. Maintaining that squeeze, now sit down. So the outside of the left foot, the left leg comes to the ground. Sit up tall, squeeze your right knee in. Catch hold of the right foot. Lift the right foot any amount, a little, halfway. Eventually the leg can straighten if you want it to. We will come here again. Stable and strong through this left foot. Push the outside of the left leg down. Then as you exhale, we're coming back. Plant the right foot. Frame the left knee with both hands. Send weight into those hands. Then step the left leg back. Ground the left heel to the ground. Bring your right elbow to your right thigh. Reach your left arm up and over, side angle. And as you inhale, reach a bit more through the left fingertips. Feel the length in the entire left side. Start to circle this left hand to your lower back, maybe even your right hip. Maintain that half bind. Keep the legs where they are. Reach up and back with the right arm. Peaceful warrior. Good. Take another in-breath here. As you exhale, it's warrior 2. This part we know. Reach up and lengthen with an inhale. Your warrior 2 comes to the back of the mat. Feel the left foot planting. Chair pose. This right foot gets light. This right foot extends out. Maybe even towards a single leg squat. Bending the knee and then coming back up. Take your inhale here. Exhale, send the leg back, warrior 3. Right toes face the ground. Kick through the right heel. Find the up dog in the chest. Thumbs to sternum really helps that happen. With your next breath out, lightly ground the right foot. Hands inside the left foot. Lizard lunge again. Squeeze the left shoulder with the left knee. Send more weight forward. Really grip the mat with your fingertips. Draw the right knee and the right thigh in. Pause here. Round through the upper back. Protract the shoulders. Keep weight in the hands as you lower that left knee to the ground. Sit down. Hug the left knee in. Pause. Keep pressing the right foot down. Catch the left foot and start to lift it off the floor. Any amount here. Notice if you're really crouching forward, rounding through the upper back, try to minimize that. Sit taller, even if it means the foot comes lower down. A breath in. A breath out and we move. Ground the left foot. The hands go around the right. Shift your shoulders forward. Lift your hips. Step the right foot back. Dial the right heel down. Left elbow to left thigh. Reach the right arm up and over. Find side angle. Widen your collarbones. So rather, again, than crouching over, open up. Start to circle the right hand to your lower back. Maybe even the left hip. Maintain this half bind. Maintain this leg position. Reach the left arm up and back. Peaceful warrior. Follow your next inhale right here. Maybe even look up. Exhale's a warrior 2. Pause. Inhale, reach up. Lengthen the arms and the legs. Exhale, warrior 2. We're at the top of the mat again. Now you know where we're going. Chair pose, but still light, even floating in this left leg. Sink the hips a little deeper if you like. Push through the right foot. Send the left leg back. Warrior 3. In breath here. Out breath here. Inhale where you are. Exhale, lizard lunge. Gently set the left foot down. Find the hands down. Now we'll take that knee in 3 times here. Protract the shoulders. Squeeze everything to the center line. Draw the left knee in and then send it back. See how light the left toes can stay. Left knee in, send it back. Once more, we'll pull it in and hold. Sit the leg down, careful movement. Try to minimize that thumping, but don't stress if it happens. Lift the right foot. Good, if it wants to extend, it can. Set the right foot down, the hands down, step the left foot back. Good, side angle here. You might catch hold of your ankle or reach the fingertips to the floor. Inhale for length. Exhale your half bind. Left hand comes to your lower back. Reach up and back with an inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Reach and lengthen and pivot. Warrior two, back of the mat. Feel your left foot. Get light in the right, single leg chair. Single leg squat is an option. Send the right leg back, warrior three, pause. Got another breath right here. Exhale, maybe square the hips even more. Inhale right where you are. Exhale, lizard lunge, land light, hands come down, left foot might walk out. 3 times, draw the ribs, thigh towards the ribs, send it back. Thigh towards the ribs, send it back. Protract the shoulders, come in, pause here. Set the leg down, not lightly. Catch hold of the foot, lift the leg any amount. It can extend if it wants to, breathe in. Exhale the hands down, the foot down, step it back, ground the foot. Side angle first, sweep the arm up. Stay for an extra inhale here. Find the hand behind the back, half a bind. Reach up and over, peaceful warrior. Right away, exhale, warrior two. In breath takes you up and pivot. Exhale, warrior two, top of the mat again. If you feel strong here, we'll add on a bit more. Stay low in this right knee. Extend the left leg out. Good, now bend the right knee even more, coming towards a pistol squat if that's in your practice. Fingertips can find the floor or a block, the wall if it's close by. From here, we're going straight to warrior three. So drive the right foot down. Send the left leg back. Pick up your heart. Balance on your right leg. Another inhale. Exhale, lizard. Inhale here, weight forward. Draw the knee in just 2 times. Stretch it back. This is 1. Hold. Set the body down nice and light. Keep squeezing the outside of the right arm with that right leg for a moment. Then let it go. Stretch the leg if you like. Ground the feet. Plant the hands. Push into your hands. Lift your hips and step the left foot back. Side angle here. Breathe in. Find your bind as you exhale. Up and back, peaceful. Warrior two. So just the arms change. Breathe in and reach up. Warrior two, back of the mat. Step forward onto this left leg. Extend the right leg out. Again, your pistol squat is your option. Use your wall, use your floor, use your block. Drive the left foot down. Stand up, send the right leg back. Warrior three is where we'll pause. Use your next breath out to ground the right foot. Ground both hands. Draw the knee in, thigh towards ribs. 1. Good, just 1 more. Draw it in, shoulders forward. So not much weight in this left foot. Then set the knee down. Good. Hug the thigh. Left thigh to left ribs. Extend the leg any amount. Plant the foot, plant the hands, send weight forward, hips high, step back. Side angle, reach and inhale. Bind and exhale. Peaceful inhale. Warrior two, exhale. Lift and lengthen. Warrior two, front of the mat. Step forward, pistol squat is your option, or just stand and extend the leg. As you come up, send the leg back, warrior three. Stretch the arms forward. Another inhale here. Slow, steady, exhale, lizard. Good, this time we come in, we squeeze the leg, we pause. See if the right heel will lift. Find more weight in the hands, less weight in that foot, and then gently set the foot down. Hug the knee in, this time pause. Breathe. Get ready to move. Release the right foot down. Frame the left knee with your hands. Step back. Side angle with an in. Find your bind with an out. In breath, peaceful. Out breath, warrior two. Reach and lengthen. Warrior two, back of the mat. Step up, standing tall to kick that leg out. Pistol squat, again, is your option, but it doesn't have to happen in any amount. Send the leg back to warrior three. It's just there if you want to take it. Exhale as a lizard. Send the weight forward, pull the knee in, pause. Get lighter in this left heel. See if it will lift. If it doesn't feel right, plant it right back down. Exhale, let the right leg down. Hug the left knee in and sit tall. Release the foot down with an exhale, ground the hands. Step it back. In breath to sweep the arm up, side angle. Exhale, you find your bind, right hand to low back or left hip. Up and back, peaceful. Exhale, warrior two. Reach and lengthen. Warrior two, front of the mat. Find a steady gaze. Step onto this right leg. Pull the right knee up this time. Good. From here, we'll find that extended leg balance again without the pistol. So if you like, you can find a bind around your ankle or your big toe or a strap around the sole of the foot. First, get steady. You don't have to straighten the leg at all. So I'll pivot here so I face you. Good. So just the steadiness first. Then if there's a bit more here today, you can start to straighten the leg. Notice if you're really rounding forward a whole lot right away, maybe stand up tall and bend the knee some more. If there's more, you can extend the leg, but find a shape you can maintain. We've got 5 slow, steady breaths from now. Lean into the shape. One more time, in breath. As you exhale, let's open the hips, keeping the bind you have. Good, if you can keep it, if you can breathe here, stay where you are. You can always come down a bit, bending the knee or taking what you need, a little support, especially if that wall is close by. Open the hip as you inhale. Stay as you exhale. Soften the shoulders, breathe in again. Breathe out again. Last inhale is here. We're changing the shape. Good. Exhale, cross the left ankle over the right knee or pull the outside of the left foot to the right hip crease. So if this half lotus position works in your body, I want you to try it out here. If it doesn't feel right, if it's not good, just this figure 4 or even a traditional tree pose. We have this last shape here on the right side. If you've got your half lotus, you can reach the left arm behind you and maybe catch hold of the right elbow or the right forearm. Square the shoulders forward, find a steady gaze. Last breath out. Good, slowly as you can, carefully as you can, unwind the shape, stand tall again. Then move the legs. Just notice the difference. Feel the change from right to left. Notice the fatigue, notice the strength. Plant the left foot down, pull the right knee up. Good, you might reach down, catch your bind. Find the steadiness first, so the straight left leg, hugging the outside of the hips in. Then you can start to extend the leg. Doesn't have to go completely straight. A strap around the sole of the foot also works well here. Good, find a place you can maintain, a shape you can hold on to for the next 5 rounds of breath. Hug the outer hips in. Maintain that center squeeze as you exhale. Open up the right hip. So the right foot or the right knee goes to the right. Good, a steady reach with the left arm can help you feel stable here. Soften your grip. Last in-breath where you are. Exhale, bend the knee, cross the ankle over, or bring the foot to the left hip crease. And let the knee soften down. Don't force it down. Just let it soften towards the floor. If this feels good on your knee and good on your hips, keep this half lotus. If it doesn't feel right, absolutely let it go. Find this shape that you can maintain. If you're in that half lotus, the right hand can come towards the left hip or even catch hold of the left elbow or the left forearm. Stand straight and tall here in the left leg. Steady your gaze and breathe. One. Good. Bring both feet down. Stand tall for a moment. We'll spend a little time on our hands. Let's take that flow one more time. So breathing in, chair pose, bend the knees, bend the hips. You can extend the leg if you want to. Whoa, but if your legs are tired, don't worry about it. Take the leg back, warrior three as you breathe in. Now exhale, lizard lunge, pause here. Send a little more weight forward. Let the left knee drop for a moment. Roll onto the outer edge of this right foot. If the knee feels okay, you can let the knee start to drop. Just have some space in the hips. Good. Plant this right foot down. Squeeze the outside of the right leg towards your right arm. Pick up the left leg. Shift the shoulders forward. Look forward, way in front of your hands. Protract the shoulders, round through the upper back, and grip your mat with your fingertips. If I look down, my fingernails are starting to turn white. Pull that knee in towards your chest and pause. Good, so you can stay exactly where you are. If you want to play with lifting this left foot, you might find a bend in the elbows first, and then start to straighten and lift this right leg as much as you like. It's a lot to hold here. It's a lot of squeeze. It's a lot of arms. So take it when you can and drop it when you need to. As you become ready, work your way back to this bent left knee. Pull the right foot in. Hold the right thigh to your ribs and breathe. Keeping the left foot exactly where it is. Catch the bottom of the right. A strap or a towel might help make your arms longer here. Sit up tall. Lift the leg. Start to extend that leg. Again, that's where this towel might come in handy. So you have this long right leg and you're grounded through the left side of the body. Notice if you're leaning back or you're really collapsing the lower back. Bend the knee and sit up taller. Lift from the heart space, from your sternum. Good. Keep extending through that leg. The leg can stay exactly where it is, or I'll offer you a twist here. The left hand comes towards the outside of the right foot. And the right hand reaches to the back of the room or anchors to the floor. Allow your middle back to enjoy this twist. Inhale. Exhale to plant the right foot down. Frame the left knee with your hands. Push the ground away with your strong arms. Ground your foot. Inhale, side angle. Catch your bind. Come right to peaceful warrior again as you breathe in. Warrior two, strong legs. I know they're tired. Reach up and lengthen. Warrior two, back of the mat. Come to chair pose. Lighten this right leg. It can extend. We're not here long. Send the right leg back. Warrior three. Now ground the right foot down. Lizard lunge. First, some softness. Bend the right knee to the floor. Come onto the outside of the left foot. Let the hips move and shift if it feels right in your body. Start to ground again into that left foot. Tuck the right toes, lift the right knee. Hug the outside of the left arm. Shift more weight into your hands. Draw the right knee in towards your chest. Good, if this is a great place to stay, it's a lot of work in the core. If you want to try out this arm balance, the hips will have to drop a little and see if the left foot gets light. It's making contact with the left arm and the leg is reaching out. So it's almost like Lolasana and Firefly. So it's killer, so let it go. Drop the right knee down. Pull the left foot in. Settle the hips down. When you're ready, catch the bottom of the left foot. Pick up your sternum. And start to lift that left leg, extending it any amount. You have your strap or your towel to make your arms longer here. That strap can go around the sole of the foot. Melt the shoulders down on your back. This might feel great exactly where you are. I'll offer you a twist again. The right hand comes to the outside of the left foot. Reach the left arm back, anchor to the floor if you like, and enjoy this twist. One more in-breath here. Allow your exhale to deepen the twist. Now unwind this shape. Ground your left foot, ground the hands. Send the right foot way back, side angle as you breathe in. Good, find your peaceful warrior. Use the exhale to transition. And inhale, reach up. Warrior 2 again. Reach and lengthen. Front of the mat with your warrior 2. Good, from here, just windmill the hands down. Step your right knee to the ground, lower both knees, both shins to the floor. Good, tuck your toes, squeeze your inner thighs together and pause. Start to walk your hands forward and your knees back. Find your forearms to the ground. Tuck your toes, and now lift your knees. So we've got about a 10 breath hold in this forearm plank. If you've been playing along with me this month, you may want to try out this funky arm position. So the right forearm can stay where it is. The left hand comes to the floor and draw the left elbow in. I'll let you know when we're about halfway so you can switch your arms. Good, that's about half. So if you've got this funky arm position, now plant your left forearm down and your right hand in line with the left. So your right elbow is bent. One hand is almost like chaturanga and the other hand is forearm down. Notice how this right hip wants to lift. Tuck it down if you've got that funky arm. Good, from here it's child's pose. Drop the knees, send the hips back to the heels and breathe. Begin to lift your chest off your legs. Come towards your tabletop position again. Both forearms can come to the mat, or if you like that funky arm position one more time with the left hand in line with the right elbow, and that's a starting point, doesn't have to stay there. This time we'll tuck the toes and lift the hips, coming to a dolphin pose. Continue tucking the left hip towards the left elbow if you've got that funky arm variation. Press the ground away with the forearm and the hand. Good, if you've got that funky arm, make sure you switch sides here. One more breath. Drop the knees down, take child's pose or another shape that offers you release. Good, when you're ready to move again, bring the forearms back down to the mat. Tuck the toes one last time. Lift the hips all the way up. You can remain in this dolphin pose or start to reach one leg up. So if you've got this funky arm position, let's bring the right hand back. The left forearm stays down. The right hand comes down, pull the right elbow in and lift the right leg up. Guys, if you're feeling like there's more here, you can bring more weight into the forearms and maybe the feet leave the ground. And from here, we'll switch sides. Feel free to move to child's pose along the way. So the left leg can lift in dolphin if both forearms are down. With your funky arm, same thing. Left hand comes down, right forearm stays exactly where it is. Keep reaching this left leg towards the sky. Take another in breath here. And use your exhale to release. Coming back up. Tuck your toes and stand on your knees. Stack your hips directly above your knees. If you need a little more support here, if you don't have carpet underneath you, you might even double up your mat or bring that blanket back in. Tucking the toes, we'll start to move a little bit into the lower back, finding some heart openers. From here, let's drop the hips slightly towards the heels. You'll feel your thighs activate. Reach your left hand back for your left heel. Sweep your right arm forward, and then start to open your body towards the ceiling. It doesn't have to be a lot, but it could be if you feel ready here. Keep pressing the hips forward, and now we'll switch sides. So tuck the hips towards the heels, reach the right arm forward, catch the right heel, reach around with the left arm, press the hips up, reach back with the left arm. And then again, moving like you will, as it feels good, side to side. Right arm forward, catch the right heel. Left arm forward and up. Sweep it around, catch the left heel. Good, so this is a movement. Keep trying until it feels good, until you can make it feel right in your body. It can be a lot of reach or not much reach at all. The knees can be shoulder distance apart. I find that gives me more stability. Good, if you feel really comfortable here, you can even close your eyes. Good, one more time, one more full round. Sit back onto your heels, walk the feet close together if the knees were out wide. Squeeze the inner thighs together, roll the shoulders. So the same tall seat, tailbone tucked down, belly button pulled in and up. Good, keeping the toes tucked, come back onto your knees, find them about hip distance apart. Hands come to your lower back for support. Press the hips forward and start to lift the heart up. Draw your elbows together behind you and drop your shoulders down. So the supported camel is where we'll stay. About 3 more breaths here. You can always tuck the chin if the throat open feels like just too much today. One, come on back down. Release and rest. Second round, toes can stay tucked, hands can stay at the lower back, maybe even make 2 fists. Alternatively, you can walk your hands down towards your thighs or start to reach back for the heels when you're ready. So keeping the hips pressing forward, lift the shoulders, roll them back, even look up. Keep lifting the ribs up and back and reach back to the back of the thighs or even the heels. Staying in this camel pose here, 3 more breaths. Think about the lift rather than the bending back. 1 more. Good, start to release. 1 more time. And if you have a set of blocks close by, you can always bring 2 blocks or even just 1 back next to your heel so that it's a little higher place to reach than your foot. Come upright, hips above knees. Start to lift the heart up, lift your sternum up towards the ceiling. Roll the shoulders back, squeeze the elbows together. And then you can reach back, maybe your blocks within reach or your heel. Pull the hips forward slightly again. And breathe. One more full inhale. Remain here as you breathe out. Softly start to release. Take a seat on the mat. And reach your right arm long and right leg long in front of you. Bend your left knee, pull your left foot to your right inner thigh and sit up tall. Good, we'll start with a gentle twist. Take your left hand to the outside of your right leg. It could be your thigh, your knee, your calf, or even your ankle. Take a deep breath in, lengthening your spine. And then as you exhale, allow some twist. So the right shoulder draws back and the left shoulder draws forward. Start to unwind this twist, sit up tall again, and then hinging from the hips, start to fold forward over your leg. If you have a strap close by, I can always go around the sole of the foot to make your arms longer here. Otherwise, feel free to catch hold of the leg or the foot. Keep looking forward, letting the back stay long as possible. Now notice the space that's coming into the right hamstring. Stay a little bit active in this right leg. Flexing through the foot. Zipping the leg into the hip socket. Now start to let the body round a bit more. Allow this shape to be more calming. Allow this shape to let the heart rate slow. And then as you become ready, walk yourself back up to that tall seat and switch your legs. So the left leg goes straight, bend into the right knee, bring the right foot to your left inner thigh. First we'll start with that twist. Right hand comes across to the outside of the left leg somewhere, or even the left ankle if you want to fold deeper here. Start to draw your right shoulder forward, your left shoulder back. Plant the outside of the right leg down. One more breath. So to unwind the twist, lengthen the spine once more. Keeping that length, hinge from the hips, fold over your leg any amount. Again, that strap is there, or a towel, or even a sock around the sole of the foot if you need it. First, keeping the back flat and the shape a little more active. Belly button pulled in, left foot flexed. Now from here, start to tuck the chin round through the upper back and allow the shape to get softer. Allow this variation of the forward fold to calm the body. Slow the breath. Exhale here. Inhale and sit up. Take one more forward fold. Stretch both feet out nice and long in front of you and sit up tall. Take a deep breath in. Reach the arms up. Keeping that length, hinge from the hips. Reach over the legs. Bring your ribs towards your thighs. That doesn't mean they have to touch. Catching hold or not. Nice, easy forward fold. One more breath, sink the hips back, maybe reach the heart forward. Use an inhale to sit up. Good. Let's keep the left leg straight and pull the right knee in. Cross the right foot over the left leg and bring the right knee directly on top of the left knee. So we'll start here in this half, going across into legs. Straight left leg for a moment, just set it up. And you can keep that left leg straight, or when you feel ready, bend the left knee. Take the left foot next to the right hip. We're after stretching the outer hips here. Just notice what you need to do to help that shape work for you. So you might walk the feet forward a little bit. You might pull them in tighter. But I want you to feel grounded through the outsides of the feet and both hips flat on the mat. So don't let the right hip lift up. Set both hips down. And when you've got the lower body steady, close your eyes for a moment and pause. You can stay exactly where you are. Or start to add in the little bit of a shoulder rinse. Reach your arms straight out from the shoulders. Bring your right hand behind you. Walk your right hand up your spine. So your right elbow faces down. Your left arm comes up towards the ceiling, then bend the left elbow. Reach the fingers towards each other or use a strap here to make up some space. You don't have to catch this bind. If the fingers touch, they sure can. Square the shoulders forward again, the chest forward, and breathe in. And from here, there's a forward fold if you like it. With or without the bind, you can start to bring your ribs closer to your thighs. Notice if that feels good, if that feels right for you here. And if so, stay exactly where you are. You are always welcome to sit up again. Give yourself another nice deep inhale here. Use your exhale to start to unwind the shape. The hands come back down. Rock back into your hips and switch your legs. So now the left foot is on top of the right. The right leg can start straight. The left knee can stack on top of the right. And let yourself set up the legs, take time. Bend the left foot back next to your right hip if that suits your body. Again, both hips settle down, especially that left hip to the mat. Get stable in the low body. Then if you like, close the eyes. And we'll add in that shoulder stretch if you like it. Reach the arms straight out from the shoulders. Take the left hand behind your back. Walk your left arm up your back. Left elbow faces the floor. Right elbow reaches to the ceiling. And then bend the right elbow. Fingertips come closer to each other. They don't have to touch. A towel or a strap could make up that space, or you can just keep reaching in this direction. There's a forward fold here if you'd like to take it. As you become ready, sit up again. Release just the arms down. Maybe walk the hips forward slightly. Loosen up that wrap of the legs. And start to roll onto your back. So we're maintaining sort of a Gomukhasana leg. The left knee is crossed over the right. And take your hands to your opposite knee. So the left hand meets the right knee. The right hand meets the left. Draw the knees towards the chest here. Good, you can stay exactly here. Or you can start to walk the hands down the legs. So now the hands meet the shins. Draw in. Notice if you can root your lower back down. Crawl the hands towards the ankles. And then maybe the outsides of the feet, just if that's within reach for you. Don't strain, don't push. And now here on your back in this variation, just notice what happens when you move your feet. They can go a little further away from you and pause. Maybe draw them closer. Pause. Just notice those different variations. Allow yourself a breath as you change your shape. And then either keep it or don't. It's completely up to you. Let the breath come slow and steady here. And then as you become ready, we'll switch sides. Now the right knee comes over the left knee. Catch hold of the knees, draw them in. Root your low back down. Walk the hands to the shins, pause. Walk the hands to the ankles, pause.
And then all the way down to the outsides of the feet and pause. And now again, play with movement. Explored small adjustments and how that changes the sensations of the shape. Notice what feels right for you here. And allow yourself to settle in and breathe into that variation. And when you're ready, uncross the legs, draw the knees towards the chest, and send the feet up into the air. It can just be legs up the wall. If shoulder stands in your practice, feel free to take that here. And if you're just extending the legs, you can imagine you have a wall right behind your legs. Or if you're close to a wall, feel free to use it. Soften the knees slightly. Let the shoulders stay just engaged enough to keep you stable. In shoulder stand, there's no pressure on the neck here. The weight's in the shoulders, the triceps. The belly is engaged. And then start to work your way towards any final shape that helps set you up for rest, for Shavasana. It might be an easy twist. It might be plow pose or happy baby. But give yourself a few breaths to take those shapes, that shape or shapes, that signal to your body that the work is done. Start to make your way towards that final resting position, whatever it might be. It can be flat on your back with the arms and the legs extended, but it doesn't have to be. Stay exactly where you are. Find that shape that feels comfortable, that feels restful here, and we'll pause and we'll rest. Fill your lungs and let them empty. And then let the breath come more natural. Settle your awareness only to that breath. Feel it travel throughout your body, extending all the way out to your fingers and toes. Again, try not to lengthen it or even it out. Just let the breath come. Notice the breath flowing at its natural pace here. You might even call it its normal pace. We're no longer working to lengthen it, to deepen it, or to match it with any movements at all. Finding this little moment of normal in this very not normal time. And if the mind starts to wander, you might reflect here on that sense of normal. Can we find it and breathe into it? Or are we forcing, trying to get that normal to match what's happening now? And this is actually the third time now that I've recorded this video. I noticed I've been pushing my normal into this not normal at all time. If something doesn't feel right, let it go for now and ease into it later. Right now, we have a bit of time to settle into this not normal or new normal. And the challenge is to find that same ease as we do right here as we're resting with our breath. Allow yourself this next moment of full surrender, full rest. And then don't move it, without moving anything at all, consider how you want to step off this mat. And what intention or quality did you build with this practice that you can take with you as you move away from this practice? Hold that intention, that quality close to your heart, and take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, let go of the rest of the practice, the movements, the flipping forward and back, the concentration, all of it. And then start to move in any way you like, making your way towards a seated position on the mat. As you arrive in this tall seat, maybe the fingertips reach to either side of you. The eyes gently close, and you let the lungs empty. Take a deep breath in, reach out, around, and up. Feel the lungs full as you reach as high as you can. And then exhale, bring the hands right back down where they came from. Notice the floor underneath your fingertips. And let the hands rest as they will, maybe even at the heart. I see your strength. I see your effort. I see your grace. And I see your practice. Thank you so much for bringing your practice to your mat today. Thank you guys. Great job.